Ladies, let's get started seated. It's nice to see everybody this morning, or this afternoon rather. Let's get started in seated position and come to our center. So settling into the breath, feeling our sitting bones rooting down to the earth, feeling our spine long, our crown reaching towards the sky, shoulders back, down and away, and settling into the breath. Inhale and exhale in through the nose and out through the nose. Continue that breath, Ujjayi Pranayama, the victorious breath of yoga, in through the nose, out through the nose. Imagine there's a candle you're trying to blow out with the breath coming out of your nose. Maybe even put your hand up to your face so you can feel the breath coming out of your nose on the exhale. As you breathe in and out, in through the nose, out through the nose, notice the breath dragging gently up the back of your throat, filtering out any impurities. Sitting in easy seat, cross-legged position, or maybe half lotus if you're feeling able to do that to begin practice. And now seated cat-cow, keeping the eyes closed or gaze downward. Sit up really tall, spine as long as you can. With that big inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Round and curl your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. At your pace, do that a few more times. Inhale and lengthen the spine, cat-cow, seated. And exhale, round and curl out through the nose. This breath, this Ujjayi Pranayama, sounds like the wind and it sounds like the ocean. So as you breathe in and out, try to replicate that sound. Seated dancing lion, take the hands on the thighs, press them open gently as you come forward and around in big circles. Sit up tall, taking these big circles in both directions. So take a few big circles towards the right. Let your head become an extension of your spine. And then seated dancing lion to the other side. So really noticing the low back and the side body as you're moving through the seated position. Coming back to center, reaching the arms up towards the sky, catching the left wrist in the right hand, looking past the ceiling towards the sky, leaning over but sitting up tall, maybe even letting the right hand drop and the left hand reach. You can take your hand and put it behind your back, or if it bothers you in any way to leave your arms stretched up, you can just leave it on your hip. Want to really feel the lengthening through the left side body. Inhale back to center again. Interlace all your fingers behind your head. Fall back open, heart open, chest open. Maybe even tip the chin up, letting the throat chakra open as well. Continuing the Ujjayi breath, inhaling in through the nose, out through the nose, catching the right wrist. Looking up past the sky. And maybe letting the left hand float down as you reach further over. As you're doing the side body stretch, keeping that right hip plugged down into the earth so you can really feel the extension of the side body. And always coming back to that breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Back to center, reach both hands up. Take a gaze up. And now a twist. Left hand reaches for right knee. Right hand right behind you. I'm going to turn to the side. So you can see the hand is right up next to the spine, like a second spine, sitting up tall and looking over the back shoulder. We lengthen before we twist. Both hands reach for the sky again. This time left hand comes behind you, right hand to knee. Sit up tall and twist looking over the back shoulder, finding that twist. Beautiful. Coming up again, both hands reach on the inhale. Exhale, Come forward, untuck your feet, knees and hands, hip distance, shoulder distance apart. Tuck your toes to stretch the backs of your feet. Inhale, look out, lengthen, let the belly drop, spread the collarbones, let the heart shine. Exhale, tuck your toenails, press your feet down, arch your spine like a rainbow, tuck your chin out through your nose. Cat-cow on hands and knees. Inhale again. So to your pace with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. We did this seated, now we do it on all fours. A few more breaths with your pace. Pressing the floor away, really feeling the ground force reaction in your hands. Now dancing lion on hands and knees. Come around to the right, maybe drop into the hip flexors, and then around again at your pace. Fast or slow here. Really want to get into the shoulders and the hips. Maybe you want to take a quad stretch here. So just get organic movement in your body. Make sure to go in both directions. Continue that movement. And then drop into child's pose. Touch your feet together and take your hips back over your heels. Stretch your arms out. Come up on all 10 fingertips and drop your head, third eye, forehead to the ground. Lengthening the spine, letting the fingers walk a little bit further forward. And now taking another little side body stretch, walking the hands to the right, left hand on top of right. Tap your right ear down to the earth and find the side body open again. Child's pose is a posture that you can come to at any time during your practice that you feel like you might need a little bit of a rest. And then walking your fingertips gently back towards the front, sliding forward again, really feeling that extension in the spine. Big inhales and exhales, walking over to the left side, right hand over left, find the side body open, beautiful, breathe. Back to center again, climbing back up to tabletop. Leave the knees wide, wider than the feet, just like a child's pose would be. And now, if you have a block or pillow, you want to take the left hand and put it on top, or come up on your fingertips. The right hand comes to the hip first for the twist. We want to try and stack the shoulders. So we're going to look up over that shoulder in the back. And then if you'd like, you can reach the hand up to the sky. And taking some shoulder rotation here. So let's kind of rock front and back, using the shoulder opening and round, the ball and socket joint. And then we can go in the opposite direction. So really opening up the shoulder here. Let's reach the hand up to the sky. Beautiful. And then we'll thread it underneath and through, threading the needle. Try not to put too much weight onto the back of your head, and definitely no weight into your neck. This left hand can reach up for outstretched, or it can wrap around your back. Another option, if you want a little more, is you can lift this back leg up, left leg up. Internally rotate the toe. Again, no weight in the head and neck. Breathe. Option to take a bind here, or not at all. Continue to take this big twist in the body though. Keep breathing, keep looking up toward the sky. In through the nose, out through the nose. And the left hand comes back down where it started, and the right hand reaches up to the sky. Both hands come down. A few more cat-cow. Again, inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to go reach for my block. A few more cat-cow. The right hand comes down to center. Put the hand or the block right underneath your gaze. Maybe come up on the fingertips. Left hand to hip. The twist comes right here. The arms open like wings and the shoulders stack. Beautiful. The twist comes from the torso. And we'll take some movement here. So let's come forward and back with the arm. You're going to see I baby my left arm a little bit. I have an injury on my shoulder, so I'm just making you aware that mine may not look exactly like it should or yours does. Continue to breathe. Beautiful. Re-reach. Nice big open. And then we thread the needle underneath and through. Laying on the back of your head, not too much pressure. Right hand can reach up or reach around the back. You can lift this right leg up. So again, do what feels appropriate for you. If this leg is up, want to internally rotate the toes, so squeeze the thighs together even though the legs are up and apart. Stay with that twist, keep looking, opening the heart. Breathe, beautiful. The right hand comes back to center, we re-reach. Both hands come down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, floating tabletop. So the knees are lifted just a few inches off the earth, pressing into the earth. And now turbo facing dog, down dog with bent knees. Shake your head, yes, getting tension out of your head and neck. Straighten out just the right leg, drawing the right heel down, and walk your dog. Paddle it out. So we're going to bend into one and then bend into the other, straightening and bending the whole way through. Beautiful. At your pace, walk your dog. Really feel the back body open. Press the weight away from the hands and into the feet. Feet are about hip distance apart. Pigeon toe the toes slightly. Heels stretch out. They may touch the earth, they may not. That's okay. And we breathe in. Gently look towards your hands and let your feet follow your gaze up in between those hands. Inhale, hands to your shins. Lengthen your spine with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as is appropriate. And then inhale, root down into your feet to rise to stand with the back bend. And hands come into heart center. Really nice, yogis. Setting an intention right here. We grounded, breathing, warming up the body. Now let's set an intention. Either hands stay here at prayer mudra, Anjali mudra, or come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Coming back to the breath, noticing the heart, maybe a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart, maybe not. Bringing yourself right back here. Setting an intention for your practice. Thinking about the reasons why you come to your mat. And how you feel when you practice yoga. Or maybe you just need a break from reality for a moment. Or maybe you just want to breathe. Maybe you're here for a workout, which will become a work in. Top of your mat if you're not already there. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Saluting the sun, it rises every morning. This we know. We may not know a lot of things, but we do know that. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold, swan dive, flat back, bend the knees. Either touch the earth or block or your shins. Lengthen, flat back, look out. Exhale, plant your palms and walk back to plank. Shoulders over wrists. Let's take the knees down for the first vinyasa. Notice the elbows going up towards the sky, grazing the rib cage, lower down all the way to the belly. Tuck your toenails down, especially those little pinky toes, and keep pulling the elbows together. Press into the hands. Keep the elbows bent. Little cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale, press back, bend your knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Nice big cleansing breaths, inhaling in through the nose and out through the nose. Remembering this Feet are hip distance apart, pigeon-toed slightly towards each other, drawing the heels back and down, settling in, long spine, tail to sky, crown to earth. Gaze towards your fingertips. Journey to the top of your mat. Inhale and lengthen when you arrive. Exhale and fold forward, release. Inhale, rise to shine again with a little back bend and hands into heart center. Sun salutation A again. Let's flow a little faster. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold forward. Lengthen. Vinyasa. Walk, step, jump, or float to plank. Lower down this time with knees or without. Upward facing dog this time. Touch the toenails and hands only. Everything else off the earth. Roll up over the toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe again. Inhale and exhale. In through the nose, out through the nose. Settle down. Shake the head, yes. Releasing tension in the head and neck and inviting all the amazing things the universe has to offer into your life. Shaking your head gently no. Asking the universe to release what no longer serves you. Continue to breathe in peace and love and health. And exhale out anxiety and stress and illness. Look toward your hands. Journey to the top of your mat. Offer your heart inhale. Fold exhale. And then inhale, rise to stand again. And heart center. And continue to breathe. Taking just a few moments here in mountain pose, knowing that if you ever need a break, you can take a child's pose or seated on your mat. If you're needing a drink, you'll take a drink. Last time we flow sun salutation A, inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold to the earth. Lengthen, inhale, flat back, and vinyasa your way. Showing you upward facing dog. We lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll up and over, down dog. Beautiful breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. After your next exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale. Fold exhale. And rise to stand. Inhale. Maybe a bigger back bend and hands come in to heart center. Stay here or mountain pose. Practicing gratitude for this moment right here. Gratitude for the strong and healthy body. Gratitude for our community and our time together. Gratitude for this ancient practice that brings us to our center. And now, yogis, take your time to practice your very own version of gratitude meditation. Breathing in deeply, inhaling and exhaling, settling in and allowing those thoughts of gratitude to run past your mind. Continue to breathe. Coming back to mountain pose. Surya Namaskar B, sun salutation B. Feet and legs together like one big leg. So squeeze like you have a little golf ball right there between your thighs and you're squeezing together. Now sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana, tuck in that pelvis, reach the hands up like you're holding a ball right in front of your face.
Exhale, forward fold down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Walk, step, jump, or float, vinyasa your way. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot comes up to the sky and steps through. Rise up, spin your back heel, warrior one. Take the hands to hips first. Knee over ankle. Thigh is almost parallel. The back foot is pressing down through the outside edge. And we raise the hands up, warrior one. Pinky spin in, shoulders draw back, eye gaze up. And we sink into that warrior. Beautiful. Reach forward, feel the body. Exhale, tap the hands, step back to plank, vinyasa again. Remember, you can take the knees down or you can skip it all together. You can also add in push-ups. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right up in between the hands. The back heel spins down. We rise up, hands to hips, find the posture. Feel the legs strong and stable, and then rise the arms. Slowing this down just a little bit, taking a couple of breaths with each posture. And now let it flow, vinyasa out. Downward facing dog or child's pose. I'm going to rest here in child's pose for 3 to 5 breaths. You can level it up by taking push-ups or a couple of vinyasas, or you can wait in down dog. So whatever's comfortable for you right now is what you should take. If you do practice an inversion and you want to add it here, it's appropriate. But always coming back to the breath. Meeting in the top of your mat, offering the heart. So however you like to go, inhale, fold, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana, and stand tall, mountain pose. Settling back in, noticing the heart rate, noticing the respiration, bringing it back to a nice, calm, peaceful rhythm. Coming back to your intention, the why, the what, the how. Sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway look and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Vinyasa your way, walk, step, jump, or float, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back, down dog. Right foot steps through, rise up. Little faster, inhale, warrior one. Exhale all the way down to the bottom of your vinyasa, whether you hover or hit the earth, up dog or cobra, inhale. Exhale, flow it out, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, back heel spins, rise up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, down, vinyasa. Up dog or cobra, exhale, down dog, 3 to 5 breaths. Big, beautiful inhales and exhales. Gaze towards your fingers and reach your feet to your hands. Offer your heart, inhale. Fold, exhale. Sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Stand tall, mountain pose, Tadasana. Taking a few moments here, maybe let's spread the feet apart hip distance and taking some circles. Releasing the psoas and the hip flexors. And just finding some space, maybe windshield wipering the arms a little bit. Shaking it out. Really feeling the tension just kind of melt away. We'll meet back at the top of the mat when you're ready. Sitting back, chair pose, Utkatasana again, third time. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, halfway, Uttanasana. Exhale, Vinyasa, walk, step, jump, or float, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right side, Virabhadrasana, one, warrior one. Ride the inhale to the top, and exhale, ride the wave to the bottom. Left side, warrior one. Child's pose or down dog. Maybe this time take the hands, reach back for the feet. Another variation of child's pose. Settle down. A third variation I like is taking both hands through the legs, reaching for the feet underneath you. So whatever works for you, maybe you're taking those push-ups or another inversion. I'm just going to keep my third eye grounded on my mat. We meet in down dog and arrive at the top of our mat on the next inhale to offer the heart halfway lengthen. Fold, exhale, and inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana again. Stand tall, mountain pose. Beautiful. Getting ready to move on. Noticing the heart rate and the respiration and just really settling in here. Sit back, chair pose again, Utkatasana. Hands come to prayer heart center and chair prayer twist. Take it to the right, outside of the left tricep, outside of the right thigh. Here in chair prayer twist, you want to sink the bottom down. If you take anything fancy like a side crow or exalted arms, go ahead and do that. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Vinyasa. Lower down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps through, warrior one. Rise up. This time, hands come to your hips. Straighten out your front leg and step your back foot one full footprint in. Turning the shoulders and hips square, we come halfway down, forward fold. Head to knee pose. I'm going to use a block to bring the floor a little bit closer. In head to knee pose, we're really working the back of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold forward in. This posture is called pyramid pose, head to knee pose, Parsvottanasana is the Sanskrit in this one. Take a few breaths here, really noticing, pressing through the big toe mound on the right foot. And then we'll come up halfway and then all the way. From here, we're just going to rotate the back foot open so the hips can square off. Arms come out to a T, we reach out. And then we tip over, Trikonasana triangle pose. I'll use my block here. And we reach the opposite hand to sky, imagining we're leaning against an imaginary wall. And breathe. Finishing the posture in head to knee again, so we'll rotate the back toes forward and forward fold over that leg. So another head to knee pose. And then from here, we'll lean forward, lift the back leg up, supported warrior three maybe on a block. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more adventurous and you reach the chest up and open for warrior three. We breathe. We finish in mountain pose. When you're finished, stand tall. Mountain pose, take a breath, take a drink. And then we forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold again. And inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to heart center, doing the other side now. Chair curve twist. Moving the hands towards center, heart, looking up over the back shoulder. Beautiful. Exalt or take a side crow or play around, maybe flamingo, 1 foot up. Yogi's choice. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, vinyasa. Walk, step, jump, float, lower down, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps through, rise up, warrior one. We've been here before. And we breathe, hips are squared forward. Hands come to hips, straighten out the front leg, step the back foot forward. Come halfway down. All the way down, hands to earth, shin or block. Head to knee pose. Parsvottanasana. Really noticing in the back of the left leg. If you want a little more, you can curl those front toes up and also bring that back heel up to find more space. So you want the posture to be comfortable, but you want to feel the opening in the back body. And breathe. Slowly rise up. Turn the back toes open, square the hips, arms out. Prepare for triangle pose, lifting up out of the torso and reaching, pressing, pressing, pressing fear out of your life. And then tilting down, finding a block or the shin, opening Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe. Another option in triangle is reaching the hand up and over, but keeping the heart spinning open. Utthita, extended triangle. Another option is to reach both hands out, working the obliques. I'm not doing that today. We keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. And then we rotate the chest down, turn the toes forward, head to knee pose again. Second time, forward fold. From here, we lift the back leg up, standing warrior three with support, or lift up and open warrior three. We'll finish in mountain pose. Hands down to your sides, and take a few breaths, perhaps a drink of water. Preparing for tree pose, nice balancing posture. We're going to start standing on the right leg. So right leg standing, left knee to chest. Tree pose, left side, foot on inner thigh, if that's appropriate. Remember, it's a hip opener, knees pointing outward. If that's too much, just tap the floor, but keep the hips square. Maybe you have a little bit more flexibility today and you want to take half lotus. And any variation of the arms that are appropriate for you right now, take. And let's just breathe into this space. Try to change the hand gesture a few times, really noticing what happens to the balance as we do that. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Stay with me. We'll bring the knee back to chest and step back, high crescent lunge. Beautiful. Spin the back heel, let it drop down, and open up to warrior two. Reach the hand forward like you want to offer something out, and then go ahead and sweep the sky, exalted warrior. Hand can wrap or reach or slide down the thigh, yogi's choice. Cartwheel the hands down, step back to plank. Lower down. Vinyasa, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful, breathe here. Look to your hands, yogis, and either walk or jump to squat. So we're going to bring our feet right behind our hands, either walking or jumping right to squat. If it's too much, you can sit on a block or sit on your bottom. Using your elbows to open out your knees, lifting up a little bit out of the floor. From here, you can take your crow pose, Bakasana, or just enjoy this seated squat. We'll take a few breaths here. We'll meet back in vinyasa. So I'll take the crow. Hands are wide on your mat. Fingers are wide. Hips come high. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Wiggle the knees right up into the armpits. Look forward and lift one or both feet for crow pose. Option to jump back or just step, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, press down dog. Look to your hands. Maybe you want to jump into handstand or practice some donkey kicks here. If not, you can walk, step, jump, or float top of your mat. Offer your heart inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach to the sky with a back bend and hands to heart center. Beautiful. Standing on the left leg, top of your mat. Right knee comes up. Tree posture your way. 3 different hand gestures. Yogi's choice. Knees open. Knee comes to chest. Step back, land, and find lunge. Continue to breathe. From lunge, left side, we take the right heel, spin it down, and open up the body to warrior two. Reach the hand forward, and then exalt, warrior, breathe. Cartwheel the hands down, step back to plank, lower down, all the way to your belly. Bend your feet towards the sky, reach hands for ankles. If they make it, great. If they don't, energetically reach. Inhale, and exhale, let your third eye, forehead drop to the earth. Curl your toes back, hold on to your ankles or your shins. On the next inhale, fill. Exhale, let it all go. And then lift up, bow pose. Beautiful. Maybe you want to lift a little higher, maybe you want to rock. Breathe, and then we'll find child's pose. So stay there for 3 or 5 breaths as long as you can. Yogi's really pushing the chest open. Beautiful. Bow pose and little sips of air. And then press back. Child's pose again. Beautiful. Stay in the child's pose, or perhaps you might want to take an inversion here. So whatever it is you need, yogis, take right now. Maybe you're resting, maybe you're playing, maybe you're practicing that crow again. And we'll find ourselves seated on our mat, Time always seems to get away from me. So seated on our mat, and we'll come to reclining, taking just a few reclining pigeons, and then a little bit of a bridge pose before we finish our practice. So we kind of ran out of time. It's only 45 minutes, but let's come to our back. Take a little bit of a pigeon recline, so the figure four, and just pull everything in gently. Beautiful. Stay right here and breathe. Really letting that hip just feel open. And between sides, we'll either take a straddle, reclining, or a happy baby. So happy baby is right hand and right foot, left hand, left foot, feet towards the sky, pull the knees towards the armpits, maybe you rock a little bit. And straddle is the same, but with straighter legs. So yogi's choice here, I'm gonna keep my legs bent. Take a couple breaths, pull the feet back towards the head and towards the sky as you pull down, and let the knees drop into the armpits. Beautiful. Left side recline pigeon. So we're going to put the foot in the figure four, find the space between, and draw it in. Outside edge of my left hip is thanking me for this posture. Breathe. If you have no neck or back issues at all, we're going to take our final posture, which is a back bend, bridge or wheel. You're going to do 2 total. So we'll start with bridge, and then if you like, you can take wheel as your second one, or you can take another bridge. The fingertips graze the heels, the feet are hip distance apart, the knees are hip distance apart, and then we just simply lift up. Look straight ahead, don't turn your head. This is enough, or maybe you interlace the fingers underneath and roll to the outside edges of your triceps, really letting the chest and the heart open. The chin lifts up, opening that throat chakra, heart chakra, opening up. Breathe. We release down nice and easy. Windshield wiper the knees, so keep the feet hip distance apart. Just go back and forth both sides. And then either another bridge, a second bridge, or a full wheel back bend. The fingers come right by the shoulders, and we press up to that full wheel chakrasana, opening up the whole front body, the belly, the heart, all of it. Or we stay with another bridge pose, which I'm going to do. Nice and easy, hands interlace if that feels good. And we lift up, breathe. Coming back to the breath, noticing where it is, noticing our intention again. And then gently let it go. Maybe windshield wiper a few more times. Final posture, Shavasana. Either roll over to your right or left side in fetal position, or lay on your back, whatever is most comfortable for you, or perhaps you want to come to seated. So yogi's choice on the finishing postures. I invite you to settle into your final pose, Shavasana, allowing all what we just did, the breath, the movement, the mindfulness, let it all just kind of settle down back into your body. And the beauty of being online, and say it always, is you can stay here as long as you need, yogis. There is no rush. No rush. Stay right where you are in the moment with your breath. The reading today is about releasing old emotions. Our emotions and experiences sometimes lead us out of the present moment. Something happens, or someone says something, we hear something, or a feeling crops up. And often underneath that is an old feeling. It's a feeling from the past. It's an old chunk of energy that's hidden in our soul. and stored in our body. We aren't off track when that happens. We're right where we need to be, off center and out of the present moment. You see, because we can use these moments where we're pulled away as part of our healing. So let yourself feel the feeling. Let yourself release that energy. Talk it out, jog it out, yoga it out, dance it out. Do whatever it is your heart leads you to do to release the bubble of emotion that's deep in your soul. And take as much time as you need. An hour, a day, a month. And yogis, when it's gone, you'll find a surprise. You see, you've advanced on your path and you've learned something new. A new cycle has begun. An issue arose that provided you an opportunity for healing and growth. And that healing and growth turned into a pleasant and welcome surprise. Yes, sometimes experiences lead us out of the present moment. But if we stay present for ourselves, we'll always come back. We'll come back changed. We'll come back lighter. We'll come back healed. And we'll come back ready to love. Again, yogis, I invite you to stay and breathe and be for as long as it feels right for you. Until our paths cross again, I wish you peace, I wish you love and light. Thank you, guys.